Hello Angels, my name is Kim Rossiter. I am looking for investment today of £291,000 for 50% of my deal. The project is a beautiful Georgian manor house, already converted into 8 apartments, but on one single freehold title. The plan is simple: light refurb, sell and split. Minimal risk, but unlocking significant value. The purchase price is £673,000. The GDV is 1.174 million. Profit and cost after finance is 20.7%, with a profit of £201,000. Investor return on capital employed is 35%. If that wasn't enough, this project has a Brucey bonus. There is an infill plot with potential for a 3-bed detached house subject to planning. The costs and profit of that infill plot aren't factored into the manor house. That stacks on its own. For your investment, you'll have a 50-50 stake in this project, with profits shared equally after all costs and loans are repaid. You won't need to lift a finger. I'll take care of every aspect, keeping you updated along the way. Thanks for your time.
Kim.
Amazing.
Hello.
I'd love to think that was the case, but I expect there'll be some involvement from an angel.
As much or a little as you would like.
Okay. All right. Who would like to? Paul, would you like to start?
Yeah. Kim, can you tell us a bit more about yourself, your background?
So my background, my sort of day job was as a television producer for over 20 years. I also own a serviced accommodation business in Cambridge, which I've run for the last 2 years. Through the rent-to-rent strategy, I control over £5 million worth of property. I specialise in character for period properties in prime Cambridge locations.
How long has it been 8 flats for, the property, do you know?
Yes, the current owner bought the property 40 years ago and they immediately set about converting them into the 8 apartments. But as I say, they're still on that single freehold title that they are today, and that she's looking to retire and sell out.
Okay, and forgive me if I didn't hear this, but whereabouts is
so it's just south of Peterborough, so it's moments away from the A1, so fantastic transport links, 15 minutes to Peterborough train station, which has fast links into London, excellent schools nearby, and all the local amenities.
Okay, and you said that you are only looking for £291,000.
Yes.
Where is the rest of the money coming from?
That would be commercial lending, 70% for the purchase price and 100% of the development.
There's reasonable places near Peterborough, and then there's bloody awful places near Peterborough. So we do need to know roughly where it is, because it makes a lot of difference.
So it's just south of Peterborough on the A1. It is in a rural location, but the nearest town is Sawtry, which is just on the opposite side.
I know Sawtry.
Yeah.
And of course I also know Cambridge well, because I owned Cambridge United Football Club and the stadium as well for a while.
Okay. Come back and visit. I'd love to host
With
you.
the apartments, so we've got 8 apartments. Are they 1 beds, 2 beds?
There's 1 studio, 2 1-beds and 5 2-beds.
And of the GDV, how have you broken that up? What's the value of each of those?
So the flat 1 is a 2-bed, the split value of 162. Flat 2 is a 2-bed, split value of 144. These are all based off the square footage sizes to give you an indication of why there's a different price. Flat 3 is a 2-bed. This is the largest at 185. The studio is 90,000. Flat 5 is a 1-bed at 125. Flat 6 is a 2-bed at 180. Flat 7 is a 2-bed at 150. Flat 8 is a 1-bed at 138. And I have cross-referenced these figures with local agents.
So you've got 8 apartments. They were converted 40 years ago.
Yes.
I assume the previous owner must have just let them out.
Yes.
Do you know whether they got planning permission, or does that have to be regularised by certificate of lawful use?
I don't actually know the answer to that question.
Which may have to be done before title splitting. The other thing that I was a little bit concerned about is because you're title splitting and selling to owner occupiers as opposed to renters, and I'm not sure about the owner occupier market for a studio in that location.
It could be to an investor. It could be. It doesn't have to be to owner occupiers that get sold. It's just I don't personally want to hold.
For an owner occupier to take it on, particularly the downsizing market, they'll be particularly concerned about the EPC rating,
EPC,
making
fire.
sure it's insulated, soundproofing, and all of that.
Soundproofing,
And there
fire.
is this thing where if you start to strip and tinker with too much of a property,
I agree.
then full building regulations apply as per today's
Regs,
specification,
I
which
agree.
means that the bill costs a quick refurb. That's what I'm questioning. That's the point I'm trying to get to.
I totally agree, and I buy a lot of this type of stuff. I love buying house. Over the years, my career really started in just like this, and I've done an awful lot of them over my career. And you're right. What you think is going to be a quick, tart up, if you like, ends up being more detailed.
That's my concern with this. When you start stripping out and bringing up
and you're making a good
regulations.
point.
Kim, what was the build cost on this?
The internal refurb, I've allowed 98,000 on about a £19 per square foot basis. 19. Plus, I have allowed extras for freshening the shared driveway outside, so re-gravelling and all that sort of stuff. And there's no gas to the property, but any sort of additional electric work. So in total, 125.
But do you need to, you said you wanted to possibly go for the higher end of the market. It's this lovely Georgian manor house. You're not going to be able to do that on £19 a square foot. I mean, you won't be able to fit a kitchen to any of them. Surely the kitchens all need redoing.
It's going to be a refresh rather than a complete
So you're going to
rip
leave
out.
the existing kitchens and bathrooms?
If possible, and as much as possible, yeah, because I think that is the way to maximise, your return and your profit when you're title splitting. Peterborough is a vibrant city. It wouldn't be looking at a student market for the university, but it could be those professionals who have not yet got families, or it could be those people that, as I say, are, perhaps they're empty nesters.
Kim, can I just say a couple of things? One, I wouldn't describe Peterborough as a vibrant city. That's the first thing.
That's an opinion.
There's areas in Peterborough. It's a very poor area, basically. There's areas in Peterborough that are okay, like there are in every big city, but it isn't a vibrant city. So let's not kid ourselves there. The second thing is,
It's not because you don't like Peterborough United, is it, John?
we used to beat them regularly.
This isn't historic.
That's
is it?
not the point.
I mean, I'd agree. I had a flat in Peterborough and it was difficult to sell.
Thank you.
It wasn't something that flew off
See,
the shelves.
sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Now, the second thing is that because these are rural flats, that's a problem. I've done a lot of flats in country houses that are in rural areas. They take longer to sell because most people who want a flat want it, they're either older and they want it closer to amenities. They're not the quickest things to sell. And my advice to you would be, don't get them all empty. As they come naturally empty, keep the rents coming in to cover their interest. And as what we used to do, or still do, is refurbish one at a time and sell. It's a slow burn, because if you put 8 of those on the market now, I'm telling you, in my opinion, they're going to take a long time to sell. So just one at a time, slip them into the marketplace one at a time and keep the income coming on the rest.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure that when they are valued, they're being valued and the block is being valued on a owner-occupied basis. Not if you get it valued on an investment basis, those flats, even individually, will be down valued. So you need to make sure that when you put them on the market, you tell them that the rest are going to be sold as well to owner-occupiers. Very, very important.
I think there's a couple of points that may have been missed. I mean, I think what you're saying, John, is correct for a title split. So like the type of title splits I've done is where a block is freehold, it's been built properly or converted properly with full building regulations. It just happens to be in one ownership and you split the titles. The issue here, this is much more than a standard title split, because the building was built 40 years ago without proper regulations. So if
Are you giving me a lesson?
No, I'm not.
Are you giving me a lesson?
Of course I'm not.
In title splits, because I've done 4,500 of them.
Of course I'm not giving you a lesson.
Sounds like you are.
No, I'm not. You're not listening, John. I'm not giving you a lesson. You're not listening. I'm saying that this is not a strict title split opportunity, because there is unlikely to be.
Of course it is.
There's not going to be any soundproofing. There's not going to be any fireproofing. There's going to be nothing between the flats. So if you refurbish them one at a time, you're not catering for that sort of fabric of the building, that all the flats and the separation between them is proper, up to a standard that someone buying in a lovely, pretty Georgian mansion building would want, particularly a downsizing market.
I'm sorry. You don't often hear that.
I know you know your tiles bling.
Have you managed to see the kitchens and bathrooms at all?
Yes.
And are they in good stand? Are they up to a good standard?
They're okay. They do need some refreshing.
I mean, flats and any property that's going for a retail market, home buyers, is sold on the kitchens and bathrooms and the quality of that.
100%.
And then they're sold. Scott and I had a conversation last night actually on the kitchens.
Yeah, kitchens and bathrooms sell properties.
Kitchens in particular, yeah.
Yeah, and these are obviously rental properties, and tenants don't look after, rental properties in the same way that homeowners typically do. And that's the market you're trying to go for.
There's also been quite a lot of new build and conversion work in Peterborough. So that's who you're going to be competing with, that are mostly the 1-2 bed investor type stock, which, as John's right, does get downvalued if it's all landlords owning the building, but a buyer's still going to probably go and look at them and compare them to yours. Mm-hmm. So they're comparing 40-year-old kitchens and bathrooms to 4-year-old kitchen and bathrooms.
From start to finish, 2 at a time. What's your time frame?
2 months. 12 months. 2 months.
It's going to take longer than that.
It's going to be 24 at least.
2 years, yeah.
We agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice that we agree on something.
Is there a holiday let market here?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Would you holiday in
Do
Peterborough?
you want to live near Peterborough? You want a holiday near Peterborough? I wouldn't have thought so. Right.
So let me summarise where we're at. So you're buying a property, Georgian house, splitting it officially into the 8 flats that it's been for 40 years. Okay, buying it not with vacant possession with the benefit of the existing tenants. Purchase price 673. You're going to spend £125,000 on it. Okay, and then you're going to sell the 8 flats for 1.175, give or take. Okay, leading to a profit of about £200,000 after interest costs. And you're looking for an equity angel, okay, potentially a debt angel as well, that will lend you 100% of the money, okay, for 50% of the profit on the deal, so £100,000. Is that right? So,
yes.
So effectively, it's 200. So it's £291,000 you're looking for. The equity angel gets their £291,000 back and a further £100,000 profit on top.
Plus the infill plot subject to planning.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, the key to this deal is the infill plot, if it comes, but we can't put any value on it at the moment because there's nothing there.
I'll go first, John.
Yeah, please do, Paul.
As I mentioned, I don't particularly like the location. I've had a bad experience there before. I think the quality of the fixtures is a big concern because looking at it from a buyer's perspective, that's going to make these harder to sell if the plan is to just clean them up as opposed to replace them. And I also think the 30% return on our cash, when it's likely a 12 to 24 month investment, isn't enough. So for those reasons, it's not for me.
Okay, thank you.
Who would like to go next? Ranjan, would you like to go next?
I really don't think in that area the market is there for this sort of building. I've seen it down south because these sort of buildings will have high service charges and maintenance costs over above other flats. And I think the refurb spec is massively undered. When you sell them on, the new buyers their solicitors will want to see the building regs and all of that sort of stuff, and you'll have a bit of difficulty with that, I think. So for that reason, it's just not for me. But I would recommend you look for another deal.
Yeah, there's lots in the pipeline.
Kim, you're very, very investable, very impressive person. And if this deal was 20 years ago, and I was that much younger than I am today, you would have got away with this because you wouldn't have needed everything that Ranjan is saying. You wouldn't have needed those things. You would have got away with it.
The Wild West.
Yeah, the Wild West. Nowadays, I believe you will get yourself into difficulties. And I have to say to you, some of the best deals are the deals you don't do. Okay? And I think this is one that, unless it becomes, you can get it a lot cheaper and you can get a pre-app on the plot before you buy to say, yes, in principle, the council think they'll allow it. That will change it. But at the moment, I don't think it's a deal that you should do without a lot more work on it. So I'm afraid today, it's not one that I can invest in.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, my concern with this, Kim, and the reason I'm not going to invest is because your strategy is to buy, split and sell. The return over 12 months is a decent return, but over 2 years it's not. So that's the reason I'm not going to invest, but I think you're great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the guys have said most of it, to be honest. The big thing that kills it for me is the refurb cost. I think even with the building plot by the side, it's your refurb cost is two or even maybe 3 times what you've said. It's at least £100 a square foot, not 19, absolutely miles off. So that's my advice, and it's not for me on that basis.
Okay.
But yeah, well done, and it was a great pitch, and I'm really sorry the deal wasn't quite there because you're super investable.
Thank you.
So, Kim, I would have loved to have done this deal, but without an equity angel, there is no opportunity for a debt angel either. But I wish you all the very best with this project if you decide to do it, and I'd love to keep in touch with you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you,
your time.
Kim.
Well done.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Good luck.
Can I finish the conversation?
There's a lot of subject to
I've done an
everything,
awful.
can be.
I've done an awful lot of deals like this,
All right,
and they're
you'll
never
do
quite. They're never quite.
What was that? You've done awful deals.
Awful.
What was
I've done
that?
some awful
Lots
deals
of
as
awful
well.
deals. Lots of awful
There's some
deals.
good ones, but
Lots of awful deals.
I've seen there been. I've seen it been there like a lot of us have, and it's never as good as these ones that you split up are never as good as you think they are.
John,
initially.
I thought you'd go for that one. I really did.
Not enough margin in it.